Hello, everyone. This is JD Calderon, and this is Indie Comics Explained. And this week, I'm actually taking a look at a couple of manga that I'm reading. I actually don't read uh, don't read too much manga. I don't even watch that much anime, but on occasion, I do. I've been watching anime for a long, long time. Probably from the early 90s, very early 90s, probably the late 80s, early 90s. So, and I've read some manga. I have like Nausicaa and Lone Wolf and Cub and Akira and those sorts of things. Probably some more classic stuff. These are a little bit more, obviously, very, very much recent. I watched the anime to The Never Promised Land. It was intrigued enough by the story that I saw on, I think it was Hulu. I watched it, that I wanted to read the manga. And the one thing I found very surprising is if you watch the anime, you pretty much have read the manga. It's almost scene for scene, word for word adaptation, which is pretty impressive. The artwork is very much reminiscent of what you see in the manga from the anime. I'm not going to flip through these too much because there is no fair use in Japan. So basically, they can ask you to pull it down. I don't make any money off of these videos, but I don't know how it works. I don't know if they would want anybody to take it down. I'm sure sharing the cover, and the front cover and the back cover are okay. This is actually the second volume of this, and the artwork is exquisite. And I don't know why they wouldn't want anyone to show this stuff. I mean, this stuff looks really good. I mean, I'm not going to hold it open long enough for you to read anything. But it is an excellent story. It's about it's a strange alternative world where these children are raised in a type of foster home. And all these kids are relatively very, very, very intelligent. And they live in this nice home, and they're raised by a woman they all refer to as mother. And they live pretty much happy lives. Then at some point, they're adopted out. But the children who are adopted out, they're never seen or heard from again. The conspiracy that happens is that the children discover that they're these weird demon-like entities that take possession of the children and they eat them. And these children are now trying to figure out a way to get off of the reservation so that they won't become demon food. There's only it only gets so far in the anime, and I know the manga goes quite a bit further, which is the reason why I started reading it. I'm gonna start picking up more of these as time goes on. I'll probably pick up the next one tomorrow. But that's pretty much the story. I mean, it's fun. It's interesting to see how these very intelligent children work their way through this crisis. But very good stuff. Great artwork. Great story. I really enjoy it. If you like manga, I mean, I imagine you can't do much worse. The anime is, you can see it on Hulu if you have it. It might be available on Crunchyroll. I'm not sure. Now, the other one here is a treat. This is volume 1, and this is H.P. Lovecraft's At the Mountains of Madness. And this is volume 1. I've ordered volume 2, hasn't come out yet. But this is an adaptation by Gou Tanabe. I'm pretty sure I murdered his name. My apologies. But his work is very nice. It's very exquisite, very illustrative. Very different from the other book. As far as style and tone, it is an H.P. Lovecraft story. It is an adaptation of what most feel is his best or his greatest work, and which was also his last work, or one of his last works. I've read the original story, and it is spot on, pretty much a straight adaptation of it, which is something I really appreciate. What's funny is I am in the process of rereading the prose work, the original story, so it was kind of interesting reading this along with it, and I'm very much interested in seeing the second volume of it. What's really interesting is if you ever watched the movie The Thing by John Carpenter, you can see, like, in reading this book, I mean, it's funny, I didn't really realize it while reading the prose fiction, but while reading this, very much the similarities between the two stories are very, very interesting to see. You know, the parallels that run between the two stories. Obviously, the thing was inspired by this story. And like I said, I'm sure we can just take a quick peek. Like I said, I don't make any money off of this, so it's not like they can take anything. The worst thing to do is pull down the video, I guess. But, you know, I mean, and the one thing I always do, you know, you know, if this is any consolation for them, the books are awesome. I think you should seek these out. I definitely, you know, say it's very cool to read these. Like I said, what's funny is I was around when the first manga was first translated into English. So this was like Area 51. What else was Area 51? There was a couple other ones that I remember. I mean, Akira, that sort of thing. And they used to flip the pages. And they stopped that practice. I guess some of the artists in Japan didn't like it. Some of the American fans, I guess, you know, you have people who run extremes. They just want the work produced in the original format. It just takes a little getting used to reading it, because it's literally same thing as reading a comic, just reading in reverse. You know, it's not that big a deal. You do get used to it pretty quickly. What's interesting, a lot of the Japanese artists, just instead of running panels sideways, they actually just run them from top to bottom. So it's very much easy. It's very easy to read it like that. So that's one of the things that I've seen. I don't know if they do it on purpose to make it easier for international sales, or if they just a technique thing, or maybe just because of the formatting, it just makes it easier. Who knows? But you know, like I said, both books have fantastic art. Both books have great stories. But you know, I would advise go checking out either one. So that's it for now, guys. Thank you so much. If you like the video, hit the like button and the subscribe button. And if you want to check out some of my work, you check out the Oswald Chronicles or Tall Tales Online. And I will talk to you next time. Have a great night.